Peace, love, and light, my loves. Hi, how you guys doing? It's your girl, Crystal Dior, coming your way. So I'm coming through today. Um, are you ready to heal? Are you ready to heal? Yes, I'm asking you. Are you ready to heal? So I'm coming through today. Sorry, I gotta show my piece. Y'all know I be making jewelry and stuff. So this is my Cancer piece. But basically we back at it. Back at it. Sacred woman. So I've been having or how can I say this? Not visions, but like I've been getting messages from my ancestors to do sacred healing. So sacred healing is basically Queen Afua's Gateway 6 journey. So if you don't have this book, Sacred Woman, please go get it. Get it today. Get it today. Go to Amazon and buy it. Because we're going to start this on June 10th. You heard me? June 10th. So, okay. So we're going to start this journey on June 10th, guys. And basically, I wrote some notes. So if you want to start this journey with me, or if you have the book and you might be starting Gateway 6, then you can do that as well. Now, rule of thumb is you really should do at least Gateway 0 first, which is Sacred Womb. And then after you do Sacred Womb, you could choose any of the gateways thereafter that you feel that you need to do, or you could do all 9 gateways. Now, I do know that Queen Afua have made more gateways prior to Gateway 9. I believe it might be 13 gateways, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. I still have this version of Queen Afua's book. And this goes up to Gateway 9. So I still have this one. We rocking with this one. Like I stated, I was guided to do Gateway 6, which is Sacred Healing. Sacred Healing. So with Sacred Healing, you're also going to have to go back to some of the chapters, or excuse me, some of the pages of Sacred Womb, just to see like different internal cleansing things that you may need to do, like the clay packs or the suppositories or the enemas. So you would need to go back and take a look at that, and I got the pages down for us so to make it easier. Okay, so sacred healing, it deals with the goddess Sekhmet, and I actually have Sekhmet. So she looked like the lioness goddess, said to be the daughter of Heru, which they call Ra, the sun god. And Sekhmet is basically the goddess of healing and the goddess of the warrior goddess. So she deals with healing, she deals with the sun, but then she also deals with war, plague, and destruction. She's creative, but a destructive force. So Sekhmet is an awesome goddess. I haven't worked with Sekhmet on a one-on-one basis, but one day I was in the house and I was just either meditating or reading something, and it was like, look up Sekhmet. And I looked up Sekhmet and I was like, goddess of war, sun, destruction of fire, heat. Ooh, sounds like someone I need to have here. So I got Sekhmet because I deal with the Metanetar. So I have like a lot of the deities on my altar. I was just working with all set prior to me deciding to do this journey. So I was like, all right, well, all set, if you don't know her Egyptian name is Isis as the Greek name. But I was just working with all set. I was working with all set for a while. And Offset is the goddess of motherhood, of the yoni, of the womb, of magic. Like Offset is in this book as well. So she's a part of Gateway 0. And then I believe she's Gateway 7. Sacred relationships. But I was like, Offset, You know I'm guided to do sacred healing, so I have to take a step back from working with you so I can do what I need to do, right? All right, so don't want to make this but too long, just want to get to the point, right? All right, so Sekhmet is an amazing goddess, so we're going to be working with Sekhmet. So on your healing altar, right? I'm going to just, if you can't see it with the light. This is basically how the healing altar will look. Whenever you get this book, you'll be able to see it as well. So Sacred Healing, it starts on page 259. So on your altar, you want to have a picture of your spiritual guardian, a picture of your ancestor, a picture of yourself, a picture of your elder, and a picture of your contemporaries. Now, if you wanted to have a picture of your ancestors and your elder as one, you're able to do so. Remember, this is your altar. You don't have to technically follow it A to Z. You can still make it ultimately yours as long as you have most of the things on this altar. And also, don't be scared to start this journey because you don't have everything that you need for your altar. Whatever you have, make it work and add to it. It's not going to hinder you, I'm telling you. So that's the pictures that you want to have. If you can't mount it on your wall, you could place it like at the top of your altar. So on your altar, to the north, you want to have your baptism bowl, which would be your libation bowl. Then on the east, you want to have your flowers or your plant, which would be, you can use aloe for sacred healing. Or flowers. And then you also want to have your sacred stone. So the sacred stone is going to be bloodstone. So in the middle, you want to have the ankh. And it don't have to be big. It don't have to be extra small. It could be medium size. It don't matter what size. As long as you have the ankh on your in the middle, because the ankh represents spirit. So then south, which represents fire, you want to have a violet candle. So if it's not like super violet, if it's like lilac purple or kind of dark purple, like lilac purple or not that dark purple, don't trip. Don't trip. Whatever you got, use it. Now, sometimes white take place of colors. I'm not telling you to use white, but if you only have white, use it. It represents the fire. And then on the west side, you want to put a feather, and that represents air. And then you also want to put a small bowl and have your essential oils. The oils that you will be using for this gateway is going to be frankincense and myrrh. And you'll have that on your altar. Now, on your altar as well, you want to have a plate or a bowl that you'll basically be given to your ancestors, an offering. So what you will offer up to your ancestors food wise is you'll offer them corn, rice, fruits, or vegetables, all like vegan-y options. You don't want to offer them no like meat or cheese or really starch, like too much starch really. But and you'll release the food from your altar within 24 hours daily. Now, it also says that you could place a bowl of garlic or an aloe plant on your altar. So if you place the aloe plant, you don't need the garlic and vice versa. And for sacred healing, you're going to be using a red tablecloth, a red scarf, and the sacred color cloth that you would basically lay out before you. Now, I know with the quarantine and limited options, that might be hard to come by if you don't already have it. When in doubt, always wear white. White is the universal color of purity. So when in doubt, always wear white. But because you're working with Sekhmet, they want you to wear red. So you will wear your red scarf during your prayer work. You'll put your red cloth on your altar, and you would want to have a red cloth to basically pray on. Okay. And how you would do your prayer work is your heart will face the east. So wherever your altar is, you want to face the east. All right, guys. So the little quick thing that I wrote down is altar work. The best time to do your altar work is from 4 a.m. in the morning to 6 a.m. in the morning. Now, I know. That's kind of early. When you do this Queen Afua journey, it takes discipline. Like, it takes firm discipline, because you got to understand, the goddess Nut come in at 4 a.m. in the morning, and that's when you'll talk to Nut in the morning. Even though that's what, even though Goddess Nut is Sacred Womb, which is Gateway 0, you still can use that prayer and say, thank you, Goddess Nut, and say her prayer that's in the book if you choose to. But the best time to do your altar work is from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. If you're unable to do your altar work at that time, because we live in today's age, then just try to do it whenever is best for you, whatever is best for your schedule. But you need to have at least them 2 hours available. But me personally, I'm taking this journey seriously, and I'm going to do it within 4 to 6. Also, what you're going to need is an amethyst stone, a clear quartz stone, and a bloodstone, a violet candle, frankincense, and myrrh oil. You're going to need chlorophyll or spirulina or wheatgrass. And you'll need a few vitamins: vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin E, and lecithin. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's lecithin. And then you can choose one of your flower essentials from the book, whichever one you choose. Each one have a different meaning. You're going to follow the diet from Gateway 6, and that's going to be on page 138 and 139 of your book. And that diet basically consists of 50% steamed cooked vegan food only, and 50% raw food, uncooked food, unprocessed food. Rule of thumb: no cheese, no meat, no dairy, none of that. So that's going to be your diet for the 21 days, because it's a 21-day journey. You have to do this every single day to get the full benefit from it. All right. So another note is, you also want to, like I said, you're going to have to go back to Sacred Womb. So you're going to have to go to page 80 through 100. I recommend just skimming through page 80 through 100 to see what you could take from that to add to your sacred healing journey, because you may want to do the kidney liver flush before breakfast. You also may want to look at the different internal cleansing options that you have, like the enemas, the clay packs, the enemas, the clay packs, the suppositories. Okay, so you want to check those out as well. All right, so real quick, so Gateway 6 is dealing with the element of fire. So sacred healing helps you release the notion that someone other than yourself will heal you. Once you go through this gateway, you will gain the confidence and the knowledge to heal thyself and your family and the body, mind, and spirit. The sacred healing guardian Sekhmet calls us into the fire of transformation by activating and unleashing our innate healing powers through the use of hands-on healing, elemental forces, and intuitive arts. Sacred healing teaches us how to purify, elevate, and transform in body, mind, and spirit. Sacred healing will eliminate blockages such as those leading to anemia, inflammation, fatigue, circulatory problems, overall physical debilitations, fever, high blood pressure, premature aging, and cancer. Spiritual exercises of ascensions are to be performed daily for 7 days, the number for the spirit. This will awaken your inner gateways of divinity so that you may blossom into your full sacred center. All right, so you'll have to do spiritual baths. Usually you'll use the frankincense and myrrh oil in your spiritual bath, about 4 to 6 drops. And you'll usually do your spiritual bath in the morning between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. So you kind of want to do the spiritual bath first. Just because you want to be cleansed before you do any of your altar work or your prayer, meditations, and healing work. So then it says you'll set up your altar on the first day, but if you wanted to preset your altar up, by all means you can do that as well. And then it says you'll have to open the gateway. So there is a prayer for you to open the gateway. Now, usually when you open the gateway, they want you to use an instrument. So it'll be drums, it'll be bells, it'll be any sacred instrument. So what I usually do is I'll go on YouTube and I'll find like a drum meditation, like an ancient, I'll type in African drums, and just get like a small beat drum and have that playing, or like ring bell meditation. So you can find those on YouTube, FYI. That's just something that you can do. And then you want to pour libations. So when you pour your libations, you'll pour your libations to all those people on your altar. And in here it gives you a saying as to what you can say when you pour your libations, or you could just say it from your heart when you pour in your libations and thank your spirit guides, your ancestors, your elders, yourself while you pour in your libations. And then you'll say the Sacred Woman spiritual prayer, and you can use the YouTube beats. And then you're going to say the Sacred Woman healing prayer. And then you're going to have to chant the I am a sacred woman. So that's Nuk Pu Nrt Hmt. So you'll chant that 4 times. And then it's going to have you do fire breaths. So fire breaths, you'll basically slowly inhale 4 times, then exhale 4 times. And then once you become at ease, you'll begin doing it for up to 700 times. But it's like that. So it's like you're going to be breathing a lot on this journey. And it just helps you open up like a lotus flower. So like I said, you're going to be breathing a lot on this journey. So then you have the option to do a color visualization with the color red. Oh, excuse me, not with red. Because it says visualize the color of fire red for vitality, health, and power, but avoid red or limit its use if you are hypersensitive. So if you're hypersensitive, don't use red. I told you, rule of thumb, you could either use white or violet. So right here it says that as you perform your meditation, wear the shades of red or violet and place your corresponding cloth on your altar. Okay, so if you don't have red, you can use violet. So if you have one or the other, you can use one or the other. And then you'll do a sacred stone meditation. So the bloodstone is the sacred stone for this sacred women journey, and it tells you what you can do with the sacred stone meditation. So then it's telling you that you'll need to drink herbal tea daily. Now you're gonna have to drink ginger tea. So it wants you to use fresh ginger. So you might have to go to like your local market or produce store and just get some fresh ginger, and you could basically boil it in water, and it wants you to drink the tea either before or after your morning bath or sacred shower. And when you drink the tea, you drink it with joy and peace as you breathe between sips and settle in and reflect. So then with the flower essence, it wants you to take certain flower essence on your tongue or under your tongue. You'll take about 4 drops of it, and then you'll also put about 4 drops in some water and sip on it. Now, it gives you 4 different options for this one. It says love lies bleeding. It's allow you to understand intense and deep feelings of suffering. Shasta Daisy, the ability to think holistically and to integrate different therapeutic approaches. Pink Euro helps suppress hypersensitive to the healing process, adverse reactions to therapeutic process because feelings may seem magnified. And then the Black Eye Susan for any form of denial during the healing process. So those are the 4 flower essence that you can choose. Me personally, I'm going to do the pink Urel because I'm very sensitive to energy, and I want something that will suppress that during this healing journey, because it's not only I'm healing myself, but I'm learning practices to heal others, as far as with my hands, and you know, having like a medicine bag. Like it is real, okay. So then you'll have to write in your journal, sacred journal, right? And so after you do all this, you'll write in your journal, and it tells you what you could write in your journal, and you want to do this daily, every day. And then you're supposed to add to your quilt. So like I stated, I only did sacred woman, sacred womb, and I started sacred word, but I didn't complete any of the other ones. So I don't have the quilt, so I won't be doing that part. And plus, it's probably hard to get fabric, okay? Let's be real. If you go to a Joanne Fabrics, you're going to be standing in line forever at this moment when I'm doing this video. But then it gives you the option for sacred women tools. So this is where you're going to have your crystals or your oracle cards come in play. Now, me personally, I have... Okay, well, it says you will get a crystal pendulum and a pendulum chart. Or you could get the oracle cards such as the Metu Nrt Oracle card, Sacred Woman Prayer cards, the Black Angel cards, Mother Peace deck, or the Medicine Woman Tarot deck. Now, I have a pendulum. The chart I would have to make, because they show you how to make the pendulum chart in here. And I have the Metu Nrt Oracle cards as well as the Medicine Woman Tarot deck. The only thing is I do not play with Metu Nrt Oracle cards, because Metu Nrt, it tells you from the jump, this is a serious deck that's not meant to be played with. If you're not ready to experience the Metu Nrt life, don't even play with it. So I had the deck. I had the deck for about 6 months, maybe a little bit more, and I have yet to touch it. I put it up so it won't get dusty and rusty, and put it aside, okay? Because I didn't even go on that journey yet. So, but I do have the Medicine Woman Tarot deck, and it's a beautiful deck. So I got that off of eBay. They have it on eBay, and they had it on Amazon. And also the Mother Peace deck is still available. I seen it on eBay. So those 2 are available. I know that the Black Angel cards are no longer in existence. They stopped making them. So I was so upset because I wanted the Black Angel deck. But unfortunately, I was unable to get it because they stopped making it. All right. And then you'll do a closing sacred woman's prayer. Mother, Father, Divine, help me heal my sacred life. So, in this chapter, it's going to basically allow you to see that you have what it takes to be a sacred medicine woman. You're going to be able to prepare, protect, do protection work, and channel. And you are going to be a healer after this journey. You're going to learn to love to breathe, okay? Because breathing and spirit is all one. So you're going to learn how to love to breathe. You're going to learn how to do healing hand work. So I was told before that I had healing hands. I was told before that I was a healer. And I was like, you know, this did come in my life by coincidence, this book. So I was like, let me actually take advantage of it, because all the signs came through for me as far as the working with my woman's womb, learning the meta netar, being more disciplined in my spiritual practices. All that came full circle for me. So I felt as though that it was up to me to push forward and move forward in this journey. So you're going to learn how to do the healing hand work. And like I said, you're going to learn how to channel. It gives you protection spells that you can ask for. And if you feel as though that your healing powers are blocked, it gives you a mantra that say to unblock your healing powers. You always have to close after you channel. Now, I channel, and I try not to channel often, because that's my major issue, is how to close after I channel someone's energy. And I strive not to do that often, but sometimes I'll be tapping into people's energies and I just be like, no. Yeah, so it shows you how to heal with the sacred stones. And we're going to basically be handling our 7 chakra system. And here it's called the Arutu. And it tells you which stones you will use. So you'll use hematite, amber, carnelian, jade, turquoise, and lapis lazuli, and amethyst. But the thing is, if you're into crystals and you might not have all of these, you can use different crystals. I don't believe that will hurt if you use different crystals instead of the ones that it told you to use, because as long as you have a crystal for each energy chakra, then you should be fine. Like I said, don't go broke or break your neck or not do the journey just because you don't have, you know. Like I said, it's going to have you channeling. You're going to be healing intuitively. You're going to be able to do your oracle spreads. It gives you an option to basically instructions how you would do your oracle spread. It also gives you the pendulum chart, which I was saying. This is the pendulum chart. So you could basically get like a plain piece of paper and make this chart yourself if you have a pendulum. And then you'll just follow the instructions to use the pendulum. And then it basically gives you a lot of prayers. It gives you, it lets you know how important your dreams are and why you really should journal, and especially if you have dreams, how you can remember them and things like that. Because I tell people all the time, dreams are messages, and you always really should keep a dream journal. But you know, it's up to the person if they want to take heed to that message or not. And then it tells you how to have a healing medicine bag. So it's 4 different types of healing medicine bags. It's the Sacred Women Master Healing Bag. It has up to 24 items in it. It's the Sacred Spirit Medicine Bag. It has up to 8 items in it. It's the 9 to 5 Healing Medicine Bag for work. It has up to 8 items in it. And then it's the Traveling Healing Medicine Bag, and it has up to 14 items in it. Now, I'm going to look further in these medicine bags because me personally, I'm an herbalist, and I have a metaphysical business as well. So I'm into the energy healing and the herb healing, and more than likely I have a lot of these things already. So I'm gonna check out to see which bag would be best for me in my practice, because these are bags that you should just have for any situation. So you should have them and have them ready for any situation. People don't understand how powerful herbs and crystals and energy really is. It's powerful. You also have to release the baggage that's causing disease. You have to heal your past. You have to heal the violence as a sacred woman and understand why violence might exist. As a sacred woman, it's up to you to heal a nation. And it'll tell you on page 290 your 7-day transformation work. Everything I basically said to you, it'll say. And that's it. So that's the overall view for Sacred Women, Sacred Healing, chapter 6. So guys, if you're into this and you want to do this journey with me, let's do it. It's going to be a 21-day journey. I'm starting June 10th. So you're going to have time to get everything. Most things, if you have an Amazon account, I recommend Amazon because you'll get it in a due time. But if you don't, just get things gradually so you can have them. And we're going to heal together and we're going to become healers together. You dig? All right, guys. It's your girl, Crystal Dior. Stay tuned for more videos from this journey. All right. Peace out.